Hello, my name is Kayla Kennedy, and my high school sweetheart is Maurice Harvey.
I'm Maurice Harvey, and my high school sweetheart is Kayla Kennedy.
We met at church our sophomore year of high school. At the time, I wasn't really looking for anything too serious. I was still pretty much a child and just wanted a boyfriend, someone to be there for me. And it was great. It was a little on and off at some time, so we made it through high school, and we did end up breaking it off right before going to college.
I was not looking for a serious relationship. I kind of just wanted one because it was high school, and I felt like that was the time to have one.
So me and my ex, we met at this basketball training camp. We actually met through a mutual friend. So my best friend at the time was also friends with him. So yeah, we met through her.
I'd say the biggest obstacle during a relationship was really my indecisiveness, and sometimes his. We were just young. It was probably our first serious relationship.
But that just comes with us being in high school and the fact that we were pretty much kids at the time.
We were always like, I don't really feel like in a relationship today. That was our biggest obstacle.
I would say for me, the biggest obstacle that I faced was just trying to manage my time. That was my first serious relationship. So I was just so infatuated with him. I just wanted to spend all my time with him. And our school was really small, so everybody was in your business all the time. Everybody was pretty close with each other. So I just felt like I was spending so much time with him. I didn't really spend as much time as I needed to with my other friends, and ended up losing friendships over that. So I would say that was definitely my biggest obstacle that I faced.
No one really told me that I was too young for a serious relationship, but they did advise me and let me know this is not the end. I'm sure there's going to be some after. And I was always reminded of the reality that this could end one day. And I feel like that really helps me, because when it did end, I wasn't so deeply devastated that I could not move on. Some advice that I was given growing up about love was, this may be your first, but it's not going to be your last, and the next one won't be your last, and the one after that won't be your last.
The only thing I can think of at the moment is the fact that they were if it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. There's always more fish in the sea.
I honestly don't think that I was given too much advice about love. My parents, they've been married for over 20 years now, but I feel like we didn't really talk about relationships that much. I feel like I had to find out a lot on my own.
I feel like when I was young, I felt like love was so serious and that you would just know when it happened. And as I'm living, I'm learning love is not defined as I thought it would be. I thought that it was this is love, but love is so many different things.
Love always changes, Love is like a spectrum. You can find love in a lot of different places, honestly. Love doesn't always have to be in a relationship. Love can come through friendship. That's probably the biggest thing that I have learned over time.
The only thing that I would say I wish I had a better understanding of, people always told me relationships aren't easy, there's gonna be hard times, stuff like that, but I still kind of just envision my relationship to be perfect every day, and when that didn't turn out to be the case, it was definitely hard for me.
Our relationship ended because I was just really excited to go off to college, and I was always told not to have that baggage when you go to college. That sounds so negative, but
we were both headed to college. We wanted to get the full college experience without feeling too tied down. The relationship was, I guess, approximately 3.5 years.
yes, I do believe that we as humans do ignore red flags when trying to find love. Sometimes we try to make up the perfect story in our heads and try to persuade ourselves to believe those scenarios when that's really not the case sometimes. But that's just a part of life that we will always learn from in the end.
I definitely think that we try and ignore red flags. Not everybody, but like a lot of people are just like so obsessed with like being with somebody and not even comfortable with being with themselves. And like they'll ignore the signs just to say that they're in a relationship. So I definitely do think that we ignore like flags and signs thrown at us.
Yeah, sometimes you can ignore red flags. I didn't really have any red flags against falling in love at a young age. If anything, it probably helped me.
Looking back, I don't think I was too young to be in a serious relationship. You learn multiple things from any relationship that you're in.
I didn't think I was too young because we were both mature, so it worked out.
I don't think that I was too young. I think that I was still able to grow as a person and like be able to be in a relationship at the same time. I know a lot of people are like, oh, like you're growing, you need to like figure out yourself before you can be with somebody else. But I feel like as long as you know yourself and like you know what you're comfortable with and capable of, like I don't think there's like an age limit on being in a relationship or anything like that.
Some advice that I would give to high school couples today is to not take it so serious. Relationships come and go. If you feel like your heart is broken, it is okay. You will be okay. You will make it. And it's not the end of the world.
I would say my biggest advice to couples today is just, I don't know, like I would say give it your all in relationships. I feel like a lot of times people will like hold back because they aren't comfortable yet or like not give their all into their relationships. But I would just say like be yourself. Like you're gonna find the right person for you. Like it's gonna take time, but I don't know, don't hide different aspects of you that you might be ashamed of. Like be honest with your partner and expect the same from them. And communication is very big in relationships. I cannot stress that enough.
Don't take it to heart if it don't work out. And if it does, that's great. If it doesn't, you have a friend for life and you should have somebody that'll always be there for you when you need them.
What is the greatest piece of relationship advice that you have ever received? I would say the best relationship advice that I've received
Maybe I shouldn't be in a relationship because I really don't have any advice.
If it's meant to be, it'll be. And that love will always find a way. I hope that's a good answer.